Howdy there, folks. Welcome to my experience, or my casual experience, of The Elder Scrolls Online. It's been quite an enjoyable one so far. Due to the many different interactions that are going on.
Many paths await us. done, Tamit.
What will I do? What am I going to do? The Queen's aunt. He can't. I hope you can find. We were in transit.
Yeah, I completely forgot that I was streaming. That's exactly how this game has gone for me, where it's such a familiar experience with the MMO elements that I have come to love from classic games such as Dungeons and Dragons Online. I'm blanking on some of the other MMOs I'm playing at the moment. Like even why am I blanking? I played so many at this point that it's like they're all become same like Ragnarok, all the daily systems, WoW, but mainly Dungeons and Dragons Online. This is what it reminds me of, and just the ability to customize your character in a way where you can do whatever you want. It's not super difficult. Like you can build how you'd like to build. Like right now I'm playing a Nightblade, but I wanted to heal and then also do DPS. And it's like it somehow works just because once you understand the systems that are present within the game, it's just like any other MMO. You just gotta analyze what do I need to do to progress, and then figure out how do you play the game best to progress. So for instance, I initially, when I was playing the game, just instead of looking at, oh, what's the best way to power level and all that stuff, I just saw I want to go to an area that I like and then figure it out. And that's exactly what I did in this entire area. I was like, okay, cool. I got the Sea Bloom Villa, I think for like $5 because it was on sale. It came with a couple of crowns. I got myself a companion. I didn't need to do that. I could have just traveled around and done that. And there's another companion named Sharp as Night that I kind of want to get. But that's neither here nor there. But, and then I basically, instead of, because the area you start in with this character is Kenthari's Roost. This little area down here. I wasn't really feeling it on this character because it was more traveling over an overland area, and also the game kind of bounces you all over the place when you're doing quests. And so instead of allowing it to do that to me, I chose to hunker down in one area, complete quest in one area. As you can see, you can only have 25 quests, and I barreled through all of the quests in this area. So at least all of the main story quests, and then it says also complete 37 unique quests in Oregon, which is of the way that it teaches. What it does is it teaches you the how exploration happens in the Elder Scrolls Online. So what's beautiful is all these little like icons on the map. You don't have to use a mini map or add-on. You just have to complete the quest in the area, and it will tell you the tale of your character. Like one of the first things that I did was I traveled from this town over to Sicilin, and then I was just like, there was a quest that was there. I was like, okay, cool. I found this stone. All right, cool. And then I remember I like didn't find this boss first. I was here, and I remember I found a world boss over here, and I was weirded out, and I was like, what the hell? And I remember instead of going all the very first quest that I started to actually do stuff and like my drift was the South Beacon, disrupting the Malmor invasion at South Beacon. That was the one where I had to actually help somebody who their entire squad, which I don't normally like high elves as a Khajiit player, but their entire squad was like captured, and we had to basically burn their supplies, get on the ship, light it on fire, and then steal all of their plans and investments. Another one of these places was like a vampire preying on the people of a fair, where there was like thralls wandering about, and even a dolmen gate. It was one of my first times where I was just like, there was a bunch of people, and then there a huge monster, kind of like a daily event where people would gather together. And then once you learn how to like explore just from those 3 little events here, and then getting a way shrine, figuring out what a delve is, it basically repeats up the whole map, which is a very simple but beautiful design. And it looks like it's working fine. But yeah, and so that's what I'm like interested in with how the game kind of progresses. So once I learned that for myself and started doing little things like joined a guild. The guild that I'm actually in joined first was Lethal Rejection, then Barely Lethal, and then Outlaws of Cold Aura. And what I see it as is like Lethal Rejection is the most consistent with what they're doing daily. Barely Lethal has like the most information, and then Outlaws of Cold Harbor, the people I get along with the most, the closest knit group of people, or at least so far. But it's like it's just nice to have this sort of like world that I have fallen in love with over the years that wasn't really built upon, now shown, like how the Dungeons and Dragons property, it showed so much love to the 3.5 4th edition era of Dungeons and Dragons, where if you played that game or you played in that era in the Forgotten Realms and Eberron, it felt like home, because like even though it was based off of 3.5, I built a lot of my character ideas from 4th edition in there, because it wasn't that hard to understand the systems. It was a little bit wonky at first when you could waste your skill points, but once resetting was very easy to do, and also you could just not really care, and most guilds would help you progress. The reincarnation system was fine, but it was a little bit heavy. This game instead now is just like every character you make progresses the next one. How you progress your skills is just about like figuring out, what do I want to do with the three main classes that I'm building upon? What skills do I want to take out of that? And then it's also about how can I level up all of my skills. So like you can go for a build early, but I would recommend literally just using all of your class skills first. Filling your bar with all your class skills, and then figuring out the second bar of skills, what you're going to do with that. You could use all of your class skills at first to level everything up to max, which is what I would recommend. But as you're leveling, you gotta have to like balance out, what am I going to focus on, what am I doing here, all of that. Like Destruction Staff leveling up that fast is just because I'm using it more often than the Restoration one. I'm learning that like for this, it tells you what to do. All of the little the little tips are so awesome, man. So, but I wanted just to show this because it's such a nice experience to have, like, even like the store I don't care about. I don't pay attention to it whatsoever. But like all of the different experiences you can do, like the dungeon finder being here, battlegrounds was being an interesting experience. Even when losing, it's like, yeah, okay, you still get a bunch of experience. Grouping up with people is fun, and like, look at this. There's some dude who's it was like 1950, who's just chilling, hanging out, and it's just like, yeah, I'll make you a set of equipment. because it's my first character, and it's like I like that aspect of the game where community is just kind of natural. Because in reality, The Elder Scrolls is a game that has spanned for years, so it's kind of like World of Warcraft. And I think what the problem with a lot of lore-heavy franchises is that they make it too accessible to the point where it's like the reason why lore-heavy franchises persist are because of the work that you have to do to understand it. So like the reason why I don't give a lot of effort nowadays to study the lore of the Elder Scrolls is purely because I'm like I'm not gonna chase a bunch of ooh, shit. I'm gonna keep all of that first. I'm gonna keep all of this for a second here and then put it into my bank later. But whatever I can't remember exactly what I was saying. But oh yeah, you have to put the effort in order to study that lore or experience it. I see that there's a lot of people who want to devour all of the lore in a written sense, but not actually spend the effort to experience it, and they want to go through things in the most efficient way possible. That person is sprinting. And what I've come to understand is that it's best to just experience the game in a way that's fun. You don't have to make it as efficient as you want it as possible. You don't have to do everything in the perfect manner. You can just enjoy yourself. Might as well get one of these. Whole campaign is interesting. It's been two different experiences. One that's been like, oh, you get stomped, and the other one where it's like, okay, it worked out pretty nice. Another thing I really do like is the outfit styles and stuff you can wear. So like collectibles, appearance, costumes. I kind of want to take mine off because I like how my character looks. I kind of want to like do something with this, like a dye, but I don't think you can dye. Those are two good craftable sets. Tideborn is really good. Order's Wrath and Tideborn are both incredibly strong. Can almost match up with Trial meta sets. Oh, okay. Good to know. I don't want to put them on just yet. Increase your direct damage done to monster by 13%. And then I have Juliano's Karth's. Enemy afflicted by your alchemic poisons take. I could just keep using the stats that I have. But yeah, it's been a really nice game to play socially, as well as like I spent over the last week since I've had a break from my Muay Thai. It's kind of enjoying the game, which is sometimes hit or miss for me with the way that I can enjoy games. But what I've come to appreciate is like now there's a period of time where the hyperfixation is like no longer front and center. So like I I'm doing it now where I'm like I play a game that I love and get it out, and then I'm able to like take my time with it now. So like after completing the entire map of Oridon, I feel very accomplished. Not like, oh, I'm proud of this. It's more like it's fun. I figured out how to have fun in this game. That's what I'm enjoying the most. Because when you figure out how to have fun with something, you now know for yourself, what am I doing? What's the way that I'm gonna progress with this? Like I have somebody that's just kind of hanging out in group chat with me, which is dope. Like instead of being like, oh, I'm looking for a leveling buddy, like I literally found somebody who's a leveling buddy to play alongside, and that's the way I think should be. And like being able to say that, okay, I figured, and nigga, I looked, oh, you actually a self-contained story that explores the lore and characters, and these reward you with gold and gear. In order to be able to get this completed, you have to do the quest within that area. It won't take that long. Do your random data, do your value on it, that's your thing. ESO Plus. It really is so deep how deep this game goes, and it's also fun. That's the main thing for me. What was I gonna do today in this game now? That's like at this point now I'm like super deep. Oh yeah, I was exploring the zone. It's so funny once you get lost a little bit. Weekly endeavors, here to 8 event tickets. I complete 1, and then daily loot 2 treasure chests. Destroy 5 dwarven event. Cons already 100 million battlegrounds. I like this guy. Well, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take myself a little smoke. Give me a second. And we're back.
Share your thoughts with me.
Oh, I guess the boss isn't gonna spawn today.
What are they thinking?
From the side!
But what's nice is that I think it will pop you right back into where you were before.
I am Eberic Direfrost of Falkreath. In the record vaults of Windhelm, I discovered that I am the last living heir of Direfrost Keep, a vast castle that my family funded through generations of witch hunting. Horrifying sight. The residents of Direfrost Keep appear to have been fleeing, but now they're frozen in time, trapped in this icy tomb for all eternity. This is the Direfrost flame I read about in Windhelm. Legend has it I can contact my ancestors if I light it. I'd like to know what happened here. Gate to the crypt is locked. Probably opened by the pair of pressure plates here. Me with no companion. Like the flame. Resting, but I'll return. Yet to explore the summit. So there are Draugr in this keep as well. How long has the keep been in disuse? The day keeps getting better and better.
You should not have lit the flame. The mistress will delight in a new slave. I am myself again.
I am free. At last.
Begomari. She.
The transmute fog spell turned out more useful than I thought. Would never have gotten through the last door without it.
Frozen souls will haunt this place forever.
Frosty as the edge of Skyrim up here. By the 8th, you've saved. Feel free to. Not exact.
Let us travel like twin moons.
That was actually a lot of fun. That was great. And now you get to go back to where we were before. Hopefully, it brings us to the delve that we were in. That would be nice. If not, it's no big deal. Yeah, it does. Cool. That's perfect because I wasn't really that far in anyway. And that's really and truly what I wanted to show off about this game. Just like how easy they've made it to be social in this game. Like, you can join 5 guilds. That alone lets you know that they want you to join people's guilds. They want you to talk to people. They want you to socialize. They want you to have different groups of people, because you got to think, Cyrodiil is that big. WoW should have had that ability where you would join multiple guilds at once. I remember being in WoW in Cataclysm era, being like, damn, why am I only able to do this much or this much? Having that execute skill is actually really
It
nice.
is over. Show me your claws.
You know what wasn't that difficult to understand about this game? Light attack. It's very simple. It literally is a rhythmic execution reward. Where if you're timing your abilities correctly, instead of being like, oh, you have to do it on perfect hits, and there's no real game element to making you learn that, they invested a hidden buff into the game where if you're interacting with the timing correctly, with each attack, you're gaining your ultimate back. You're gaining your resources back much faster than you would be if you're just sitting here mindlessly spamming abilities. That makes me happy. levels to the map. Okay, so in order to find that, you're gonna have to go this way. What I really dislike about this game, though, is the way that they put like random like round objects in front of you that aren't at your height level. It's like basically the person who designed the models and the person who designed the environments were not on the same page. That was my fault. I saw that guy. What am I doing though? Like legitimately. I'm not trying to go that way. How do they respawn that? Oh my god. One thing that will piss me off in this game though is the way that enemies kind of aggro. Like they just want to fix. And they'll spawn enemies right on top of you after you did work. To like not be there. And it's kind of annoying. The same way how DDO did it. Where like they don't have a mission. There's no like there's an aspect of movement that kind of matters a little bit, sort of, kind of, but overall, it's not really there. Because the enemy is just going crazy. So as you can see right there. I'm trying to find where the fuck that stone is. Hey buddy, let me use my sky shard, please. Thank you. Fantastic. Alright, now we can go ahead and get started on this boss.
Show your might.
Being able to burst down bosses now is so fucking nice. Let's go my head. Once Land Explorer, heck yeah. So Infinite Folly is the last one we have to do. Which kind of sucks, because it's like, dude, we've gotten all of the rest, which we really did do work for. Look at that, we knocked all the rest of that out. We gotta just do Glister Veil, we gotta do Etchinese Folly, and then we have to get the Bath Dolmen. And then we have knocked everything out, except for the books. We gotta figure out where all those books are, which is just walking around and knocking them out. I think the Faith dolmen is like up here somewhere. Let me find my phone. It's actually up by First Hold. I'd rather just travel there. Saying good morning to my mama. And there you go. That's where we're going. But what's nice is that, like, as you get more comfortable exploring and how the progression of the game goes, it's really enjoyable to like just notice the progression and not really worry about it. So like initially I was like, oh, I want to play with my friends and stuff, and then eventually you're just like, it'll either happen or it won't. I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Getting a skill point here will be nice. So we got all of the sky shards within an area for the first time, which is nice. We're gonna have to do a lot of fishing, which is funny. I haven't touched that. Doing 4 more runs of this will be cool, and then just getting this will be nice. Doing the last quest in that area will be nice to wrap that off, and then the books. After this, I'm probably gonna do my I want to like kind of focus on Ratwood, which kind of leads straight into doing
Your strength will be rewarded one day. The judgment shall not prosper so long as we are there to break them.
but we can now say that we've gotten all the dolmens. We can go ahead and travel. Already have the Great Wayshire, so it doesn't really matter. 81 is a little bit steep. Where are we in regards to a good thing? We're just gonna ride up to that Wayshire. No, thank you. And what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna put. I think we're already level 32, which is hilarious. Yeah. So we're just gonna put the next set that we have. I'm just gonna equip the next set that we have and see what's happening from there.
I think.
Like
I
in
read
reality, I
about this
kind of
place
want to just
in a
like
book from my
wait
time.
until level 50
It's
to
quite
equip
different
that next
from
set.
what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
And also, I can just go to my storage.
Fivefold vener.
I could also just go to my storage and do that. Yeah, my bank is actually almost full, which is hilarious. You know what? It's kind of fucked. Let me go to my public house. Maybe that out this block. There's one thing I have not done is set a, I didn't know if I could set my storage in here as well. Because I got a storage box, but like, I never put the storage box down in the same place, so I didn't know if that made sense or not. Let's see if I can do that here. Wow. That's actually extremely nice. Do you not have any more room? Okay. So I can't place a storage coffer here, which kind of sucks. So what I would have to do is, let's see if I can place. Trying to think of an option, but like even this public house over here, or even my house over here, the Seafood Villa, isn't necessarily really that nice because it's so far away from Wayshire. But am I gonna complain? Honestly, no. That's the point. What's the point of complaining? Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't have a banker or anything in here, would be I'm gonna make this my outfit station where I'm gonna do all that. Gonna do for now is make that my outfit. We're gonna go. Let's see. Whatever. Gonna go here. Look far away this wave shadow is. But what's nice is I believe that anywhere where I place down the storage chest is where that stuff will store, period. So it's better to store all of my gear that I want to keep long term in there.
Randy, hey!
Let's see if we gotta sell it. That is the one thing that's gonna be
If you're
annoying.
working in cloth,
You basically have to accept that you're gonna have to sell some shit. Don't ever think that you're not gonna have to sell some shit. I mean, they even kind of recommend just sell the white stuff that you get. Majority of the time, it's not worth it to try and hold on to it. Any alchemy ingredients that you get, eat them.
if you're working in cloth,
There you go. Ugh. Actually, what I should do. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to reconstruct a bunch of this stuff, which is kind of just okay. Because eventually you don't really feel like holding it in your inventory. Get some stuff out of it. You'll find it again eventually. A lot of this game is just getting used to things not being perfect. If you want things to remain perfect and be all like 100% efficient, it actually becomes a fucking job, and I'm good. played games like games like a job before, and it becomes some of the most annoying shit in the world.
The teeth.
I didn't actually mean to go to her, but once I saw that I had random like shit in my inventory again, I was just gonna sell it. Get it out of there. We got research. Let's see. Research that. Research that. Actually, not that bad. You already know yellow good bow. There we go. Oh yeah. We got our inventory down to 69, and then now we can go do what we were planning to do originally, which is actually didn't even go this way, but it's fine. You know, there's trader and a pack merchant there. Not the same as a trader and a banker.
Five-fold.
Fivefold renovations. You know what? I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, if I take all these out, I'm gonna get them fucking confused. The best thing to do right now is actually to equip all my stuff. I'm glad that I thought about it for a second. All right, armor. This is good for when I get to level 50. It's better right now to have the armor that I have equipped, because it keeps my
So, you're the one that
EXP.
saved the queen, eh? You don't look that
It keeps
special.
my EXP going up. That actually finally makes sense to me now. Finally makes sense. Okay. And it will be able to tell the difference from everything because
Five-fold veneration.
it's just gonna be in my it's just going to be in my thing. And they're all level 32. Thankfully. Alright, good. Dividing. far as we can go. I don't really keep that much of that stuff in there. I don't know if I have any more of that. Sure, it has some already in there. Let's see what else we got. There you go. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Oh, yeah. Right, treasure maps. We gotta do something with those. Alright. Now we can go to where we need to go here. And it's nice to like realize like I'm trying to level up. That's like the whole point of playing this game. And so rushing the level up, there's no point in doing that. Being strong right now before I like actually get to the point where I'm actually even increasing my power to end game level is lying to yourself. It's really funny. And I think that getting used to rushing to end game situations is the easiest way for you to feel like you're burnt out in a game. Edit. Put away. Browse. There it is. So these can just get used. Level 16 so I can get used to be something else. That's fine. And the recipe's gonna get broken down. Cool, cool, cool. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream here. Yeah, I'm talking. My volume is on. Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here soon. Just because this is kind of like I enjoy playing this game on stream in burst, but to actually enjoy this game and like become immersed, you kind of have to like just play it and be on your own. And so it was nice to show like a little glimpse into how the game plays casually, like where you're just chatting, you're talking, you're getting things done here and there, you're bouncing back and forth. Ooh, you know what I need to remember to do today? Go to the stable. Totally forgot to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that in a second. Already doing research on a bunch of shit right now. hold on to that stuff. Anything that we can break down that we generally don't want to hold on to, we're just gonna go ahead and just get pick up now. So for instance, the Julianos ones, can we research? No. We're currently researching something for 9 hours. So. Oh yeah, I forgot that we don't necessarily need to keep these beyond the fact that we're already researching training. Oh yeah, we haven't researched training yet. Oh, never mind. We researched divines, not training. But we can hold on to some of this stuff. We got some skills with upgraded restoration staff. Regeneration has leveled up. Awesome. Morph that soon. What were we gonna do? I completely forgot what I was gonna do next. That's usually a good sign for me to take a break. What quest are we on next? Are we on Depths of Madness? I think that's another time. Oh yeah, I wanted to do my daily quest for these. So we're gonna do this, return to her, and then get started on that. Okay, sweet. And that means to Routwood we go. It's gonna be weird, definitely, because I've gotten so used to being an Auridon. But that's literally, I think, part of the progression for this game. Getting used to going to different areas and such, and just really embracing it. So like, I have fully embraced and learned the area of Auridon to now where now I'm a little more comfortable traveling a little bit further and seeing what I, pretty much crap. There we go. Going a little bit further, reaching a little bit further, seeing what we're able to do. But yeah, this game is a lot of fun, man. For somebody new to the Elder Scrolls Online, but not new to the content that they're presenting, it truly is just, they've done a fantastic job of onboarding people. I think that the design of explore the game world how you want to explore it, but then also like presenting a contained open world exploration pattern with a really good, really well done structure. Because there was some there was definitely some planning that was put into that. It's very easy.
You'll hate to ask. Neither it travel to Solstice. Not much.
Nice, another prologue quest. But there's so much to, I forgot what I'm saying, but there's so much to be able to do at this point. Take a rest. Take a rest, take a rest, take a rest.
Another rejection. I heard. The Auridon chapter has received the Fighters Guild. A wood elf.
Holy shit. Other quests.
do you want?
Everybody supposed to be going for this, guys? Oh, this bitch is. Where are you? You're in Marbach? Why is this bitch always somewhere fucking? That's why it annoys me. All the way over there. Whatever. That I don't like. That is something that I don't like. Where it's like, okay, are you in here? Cool. Then I will go ahead and do that. You being all the way over there is annoying the fuck out of me. She literally like sometimes it's here and then sometimes it's somewhere else, and it's like, why? Because I have nothing over here, and I would have to ride all the way up there, and I'm not in the mood to do that right now, especially on my stream. So we'll go ahead and do Simply Misplaced, as well as, since we're outside already, I'll pick this up.
Let us move.
Look, you wanted something to do, I gave you something.
So nice to talk to a fellow
That's not good. Oh no, I still have the quest. Okay. And what I don't mind is that if that leads me to here and then I have to go here, then that's fine. That's actually perfectly okay. That's the way that I like doing things. Alright, hold up.
Shalador found you. Good. Excellent. Yes. Ariel, watch. I'm so glad. So much more. Each story
Sometimes
has
it takes me a while to like
meanings,
actually
clever
slow
references
myself
to
down and
arcane
read what
lore,
she's saying.
twisting and turning into the depths of
It's
history.
really well
it was
done.
fascinating to fully unlock the secrets of the book. Sheogorath may be a madman, but he's also a genius. Of course, Adept. While investigating some ruins for me, you caught the notice of Archmage. A genuine pleasure. Adept, what transpires? I'm so glad you asked. So much more. Not much. We tried to scry into... I came of age. Of course, Adept. Ivea is... He still won't tell me what happened.
The Order of the Eye could use your assistance. The Mad Gods...
The brazier is ready. Velast prepared it precisely, according to my instructions, of course. We're having...
I got that ledge. Another thing to do in Green Shade. Okay, awesome. That's gonna be a thing that we go into a portal with. Alright. So that's what we'll be doing when we come back. But for now, I'm comfortable with ending it there on live. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be definitely playing more Elder Scrolls, and we'll keep up the series. So, as always, glory to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and forever to the ages of ages. Amen. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy 4th of July, by the way.